Look at this tremendous view. We have a dog sipping water out of the fountain. Here in the Rose Garden in Sofia. That's the Vasilevsky Stadium right there. And this is since about a year or two, year and a half, this garden is open. And now the roses are starting to pop out slowly. Because in July we get a rose season. And the Rose Festival at Kazandyk, which is in the Rose Valley, central Bulgaria. Roses need sun. And sun you have enough here. You can see me in my shorts. Enjoying the sunset at 7 o'clock. And still like 30 degrees. It's just tremendous. Tremendous. Truly, what else can anybody wish for here? There's nothing left to be desired. And again, just this picture, the whole fountain and everything. You wouldn't say that it's in Bulgaria. I mean, nobody who's never been here would have this in mind when thinking of Bulgaria. Roses, yes, if you know a little bit about the country. We have a lot of roses here. People know that like a third of the world's rose oil comes from here, if I'm not mistaken. But most people wouldn't associate just this view with Bulgaria. But I think you definitely should. Because you can see the beauty in this. Just the serenity. It's like there was this man in Seinfeld who says Serenity Now. Unfortunately he passed away, this gentleman, the father of George Costanza. I forgot his name in real life and in the series. But he yells Serenity Now, and it's a funny thing, you should look it up, but that's what I needed. Before I came to Bulgaria I needed some serenity. And right now, because I wasn't feeling in a good place where I was. With the jobs I did, with the mental health state. I need to get out and live on my own. And just sustain myself for a while in a different environment. And I learned so much from that. And I grew tremendously. Like tonight I went camping alone, something I thought I'd never do, but it was kind of cool. So all of these adventures I've had, all the way from hitchhiking to like everything, starting new jobs, finding my own place to live, going against the grain. It's just been absolutely magnificent. And I've only been able to do that because of the serenity that Bulgaria offered me in a time when I needed it most. Because the 20s, especially the early 20s, could be a very turbulent time. Like you have no idea what you're going to do. You don't know who you are. You don't know who you want to become, right? So only once you find your serenity, that doesn't mean you're resting on your laurels, but you try to zoom out, expand the focus a bit so that you can, like, you know, it sounds like a buzzword, I feel stupid for saying that, but you get like a helicopter view over your life. And you need to step away now and then in order to fully catch the whole view. That's what I mean to say. And Bulgaria has been that chapter in my life. And it still is. And although the chapter of, you know, developing myself has been rounded off quite nicely in 5.5 years, it's not quite over yet, because we never stop growing. But if you don't have this serenity right now, I suggest you look in ways to find it. And these can often be ways that you'd never think you'd look towards. Like moving to another country, doing a certain degree or not doing a certain degree, going against what your guidance counselor tells you or what your parents tell you. I mean, nobody guided me to Bulgaria. It was like 100% my own intuition. That's a nice thing. I've put my life together. And the thing is that I did this alone. I mean, people helped on the way when I came here, but I had to put full throttle and do it on my own. There was no path that led me here. I had to dig it out myself. And, I'm proud I did that, not to beat myself on the chest too much, but it's okay. And yeah, I hope you have such a chapter in your life too. And just think of this father of George Costanza, who said, "Serenity now. Sometimes it's all you need." And, I should have looked up the name of this gentleman, but it just popped up in my head, the whole thing, when I was sitting here, so I didn't really prepare this. I don't mean to discredit this gentleman. Tremendous actor. Either way, it's Randy now, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.